What is going on, fam? My name is Mike Reilley from Reilley's Tasting Room, and today we have Coruscating Flame, a Baltic Porter from Troon Brewing. Okay, so Coruscating Flame is a Baltic Porter from Troon Brewing, like I just mentioned, and this one is a special brew with a little hidden person that helped brew this, and that was Rojo's Roastery. Wow. All right, so initially, just from that pour and that smell, we are getting a very, very, very great smelling porter right from the actual get-go, which it looks exactly as it should. And you know what? Troon changing it up this time. So Troon usually does those hoppy ales, double, triple, quadruple IPAs. Today we got a Baltic Porter. So as the porters usually smell, a little bit like your stouts, a little bit like your darker, roastier beers. And this is going right nail on the head with that. Okay, so right from the smell, we are getting that roasty, we are getting that dark, that porter stouty smell right to it. And I can't wait any longer. This 4.8% Baltic Porter, we need a sip. Cheers. Wow. First sip, I am actually really stunned with how great this tastes. A little bit different than I was expecting, but actually I honestly think it's a lot better than I was expecting as well too. So this one's super, super, super good and straightforward with those roasty, very like roasted coffee caramel notes, as well as like that like dark roasted malt vibe as well, which is extremely good for something like this. 8.4%, and it is extremely, extremely smooth and easy sipper. So with a lot of like Troon's beers, they do those like really hoppy ales, and this you do taste those hops in there, which I do like, but you are getting a totally different flavor palette, obviously a different beer, but like just a totally different flavor palette than you normally would too. This Baltic Porter is extremely, extremely good. And I need another sip, sorry. Yeah, extremely good. And this is something that like is it's a lighter styled beer, but it still has like that heaviness of a stout in a way too. It's like that right in between, which is extremely good. Something that I like in these. And this one is actually, so right on the can, which one, I don't know if you saw my other Troon beer reviews, but they changed the can up. It's, you know what, still looks really cool. I'm gonna put those other videos in the description right below that like and subscribe button. While you're down there, hit that as well. But so on the actual can, they labeled it Coruscating Flame, which is a Baltic Porter conditioned on Rojo's coffee. So that's something that I did want to mention as well. Let me pull it up just so I can actually talk about it. On their post, which this one, if you don't know Troon, basically they do a post. You have to go on the link that they post on their post on the Instagram, and it sells out. This one sold out in about 2 minutes. So this beer is fermented slow and cold, then lagered over a month before conditioning on a mountain of coffee beans from, you guessed it, Rojo's Roastery. Richer, thicker, and more luxurious than ever. So I actually think that with this one, I can taste the roasted, I can taste that richness, I can taste that smoothness, and I can taste that sweetness, which that's what you're going to get different with porters rather than the stouts. It's going to taste a little sweeter. You're going to get a little bit more hops in there, and this one is just hitting the nail on the head. Yes, so extremely, extremely good. And just the obviously color with this, obviously it is a dark beer. You can still see the legs coming off of the head, which is extremely good. That's nice and fresh. We gotta love a nice fresh beer. And if you guys noticed, I got this really cool Troon glass with it. They don't always release glasses, but this time they did. Some cool designs, and you know what? I was there for the beer, might as well get a glass as well, right? So I'm gonna do another little sip of this, and I'm gonna let you guys know exactly what I think. That this is an extremely, extremely good and straightforward beer. So you are getting that like malty, bready with coffee beans. As you can tell, they roasted it over a bunch of coffee beans, then lagered. That's where you taste a lot of those hops. And you are getting a caramel sweetness in the background, which is extremely, extremely good. Yeah, just a straightforward Baltic Porter, and I am not mad about this one bit. Troon is hitting the nail on the head with this one. I do kind of hope that they do this a little bit more than they do some of the other ones. Their hoppy ales, phenomenal. All those double, triples, quad, IPAs, I love them, but I do like them changing it up every once in a while. Yeah, so because that they roasted this over roasted coffee beans, I'm getting a very, very, very good, like, caramelly, almost an espresso and coffee vibe to this, but mixed with, like, obviously that lagered beer as well, is extremely, extremely well when paired together for this Baltic Porter, because you are getting the coffee taste to it, you are getting that beer taste, and you are just getting that sweetness behind it as well. And it is not a heavy beer by any means, but this is something that you can sip on without a problem all day long. This could be like your morning, you know, trade this in for your coffee, right? Okay, so I think I know where I'm at with this one. As I was saying, like, you know, this you can't go wrong with something as smooth and straightforward as this. It's a Baltic Porter, cocoa, espresso, caramelly, bready, malty, and you know what? It's smooth, it's a great tasting, and this can't go wrong with that. A Reilley's tasting room review on this one, 4.25 out of 5. Good one on this one, Troon. If you guys like this and you want to see more, don't be a stranger. Go down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, join the Reilley's Tasting Room family, share with your friends, share with that family, and we'll see you guys at the next one. Cheers.